let's set the stage, okay? This is what Cleveland does, okay? They run. And the first highlight I wanted to show here, Charles, is if you think they're going to pass, this is what Gabe Ortega, the junior, could do. A little stop and go, a little stop and go, and he's going to score. Look, Cleveland can run the football, I think, better than anybody in the state. And a lot has to do with that man right there, Jesse Nieto, and his vision and his understanding. But I really think the offensive line for Cleveland needs their credit. Look at the pull they always do. Henry Haddis is always out in front. And against everyone you play, look at Henry Haddis, comes out in front, able to set Jesse Nieto free. Look, that's 5-6 yards chunks, but they get 5-6 yard chunks at will.
Well, yeah, they're a run, set up the pass type of team. Even we had the pleasure of watching them all season, and even when Gabe Ortega's dropping back, in my mind, I'm thinking he's gonna run the ball because he drops back, he looks at the first option's not there, I'm gonna run, and why not run? They're unconventional in the sense that they're running out of the shotgun, that pistol formation, but they're a run team.
And they could use the read option. You saw how Gabe Ortega scores off the read option. They use other weapons other than just Jesse Nieto. Look at Jesse Nieto's vision to cut back there, though. Get out in front. Going to be caught by Blair. Yeah, that's Blair Manley. I mean, you're not going to outrun him. But look at Henry Haddis on the pull, going to create the hole, and then Jesse Nieto with the vision is going to get to the outside, and it's over and over. It's repetition. This is what they do well. This is a fullback block right out in front. Use the vision. Jesse Nieto is going to get to the outside. That's Cleveland football at its best.
But you know what I like? We watched them against El Dorado earlier, and there were some short yardage situations, and they were running out of that pistol or that gun. I like how they start to incorporate more of that power. Remember, they got to the goal line on El Dorado a couple times, and we said, hey, they're just going to run now. They're going to use that line and run. I like that they know their bread and butter. And then what happens is you're running, and then what happens? Marcus Williams sitting out there one-on-one coverage against a 5'6" cornerback, and we know what's going to happen.
Well, that's a problem for everyone. And how about Adam Cook? He's a sophomore tight end. He's a big weapon for Gabe Ortega. If Gabe Ortega is making some passes and making some plays and setting up that offensive line, Cleveland's just dangerous. They're just dangerous. And their big offensive line can move teams. You saw it there. Anyone that they've played up against, they've handled the line of scrimmage. Kevin Barker's been on record, who has one of the toughest defensive lines on record, saying, look, they threw us around. Okay, they pushed us around. It was one of the best offensive and defensive lines that I've seen. So that is the trouble for Rio Rancho, I think, in this one. Is Rio Rancho defensively has been sharp, but is their defensive line and their linebackers going to be able to handle that running game by Cleveland? And then if they do, can they stop the big play like Marcus Williams over the top like you mentioned?
Okay, they hang their hat on that line. That's the great part about it. But then a double-edged sword type of thing is they score a lot of points. Most teams with a line like that, you want to chew the clock up. But they're not. They're a fast-paced team. They're get the ball, snap it. Let's run as much as possible, score some points. If they slowed the ball down, which wouldn't surprise me if they did that this week, slow the tempo a little bit, use that line, beat up on Rio Rancho, get it to the fourth quarter where it's like, I'm not trying to really go against Henry Haddis anymore. I'm not trying to, if you wear down a team that's not used to being on the field a lot, Rio Rancho's not used to being on the field a lot. If you think about it, because most teams put them in a predicament where they have to get out their element, the defense causes turnovers, keep them on the field. I think they have a good chance, but
let's set the stage for those who don't understand that Rio Rancho is 9-0. They're perfect on the season. Really, they really haven't been tested. No. They really haven't. Cleveland has lost to El Paso del Valle, a great school from West Texas, having a good season. It was a tough game. And then, of course, Zach Gentry's two-point conversion with 30 seconds to go wins it for El Dorado 57-56.
So that's their two big-time quarterbacks, though.
So here it comes, though, look, the winner of this is district champs, right? And this is what Rio Rancho does so well. And this is the problem for Cleveland, is through the air, and that's Brady Patterson, who broke up maybe the first interception that was going to be for Easton Bruere, right? Easton Bruere's tossed for 36 TDs, 0 interceptions, 0 fumbles. That's his guy, Brady Patterson. And this is where I think the matchup becomes a problem, because I don't think Cleveland is good in their secondary. That's where they're weakest, in their secondary. And we'll have Gary Herron come on and talk about it a little bit here in just a moment. But Rio Rancho loves the task, and it's that pump fake. Look, a little pump fake and go. Easton Bruere has mastered this, Charles, and Rio Rancho is as lethal as anybody we've seen in a long time through the air.
But to me, what I think a lot of people don't talk about is Rio Rancho utilizes those medium to long passes to set up those short passes to Lujan, who now you have him in an open space, one-on-one coverage against the linebacker.
Dangerous.
They're going to win that matchup 9 times out of 10 because Lujan is a threat anywhere on the field. And then
they use
up
different
and they
formations, right? Bunch packages like you see here. They get a receiver out to the open. Brady Patterson has been always go-to. And this is what I liked about Easton Barrera, Charles, is he'll even go through his progressions. Like, not there, pump fake, it's not there, so look the other way and find the open receiver out of the backfield, and it's 6 on the board. And Easton Barrera is earning his way to the next level. He's going to play next level college ball. It's just a matter of where.
That last part of the clip demonstrates why he'll get a chance. He went through every progression. If you notice, he went left, wasn't there. He looked at his tight end, wasn't there. He went to a safety valve, wasn't there. Waited for his back to get out the field and got the pass.